We're finally getting a nearly unobstructed view of the upcoming Ioniq 7 all-electric three-row SUV from Hyundai. And today I'm going to share these spy photos with you and we'll talk some further details. So if you want to find out more about this upcoming SUV, stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's the Ioniq Guy. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. My name is Corbin. I cover all things Hyundai, Kia, Genesis EV related, and today we're talking Ioniq 7. Thank you to the Korean car blog for sharing these photos and a little bit of information here. Now, if you don't know what the Ioniq 7 is, maybe you know what the Kia EV9 is, and that is Kia's first all-electric three-row SUV launched globally. And Hyundai isn't going to be far behind with their iteration of a three-row all-electric SUV. So some time ago, they did share a concept vehicle at one of the auto shows. And like more times than not with Hyundai and Kia, they stay fairly true to the concept cars that they show off. So what we saw is likely pretty similar to what the production Ioniq 7 is going to look like. We've been getting various spy photos and drips of information here, but today we're finally getting our first unobstructed view of the back end of the Ioniq 7, as well as some of the sections of the front end. So one of the biggest highlights of the Ioniq 7 concept was this very large arched rear tail light that goes around the entire trunk opening of the vehicle. It's a very distinct look that we've never seen on any other production SUV, really. And all of the spy photos we've seen to date have a bunch of big cladding over the trunk, so you can't really tell what's going on back there. But here in this photo, we can clearly see that arched rear tail light. It looks really nice. It is a very distinct look. And in front of this Ioniq 7 is a Kia EV9, and we can see that both cars are stopped. Now, it doesn't appear that that entire LED section is illuminated for braking. It looks like those are just the normal running lights. But then right around the 3 o'clock section of the tailgate, you'll see 4 pixels, 2 on either side, and those look like they are more brightly illuminated versus the rest of them, so those might be the only rear brake lights that illuminate when you are slowing down or coming to a stop. And then below those, there are some white LEDs, which I would assume are the backup lights for the vehicle. Now, it doesn't look like that arch is one continuous light strip. It looks like at about the 1 o'clock position, there is a break in that LED light. Maybe that's where the spoiler connects. It's really hard to tell. Another distinctive thing looking at the back end of the Ioniq 7 is the fact that the rear glass of the car kind of has these black sections on the left and right side, making the back window, the clear section, appear to be much smaller. Not sure why they would do that, other than a styling choice, but that's kind of strange, because that's a pretty big piece of glass in the back, and I don't know why they would limit you to just the smaller center section. From this photo as well, you can see these very strong hip lines, the bulging of the rear wheel arches. I think it's a really slick look. Now on to the next photo of the front end. Here we get our first real look of the headlights of the Ioniq 7, and they do appear to be headlights, those LED modules close to the hood. There are lower lights you can see at the kind of wheel areas of the front bumper. Unknown whether those are going to be for high beams. Again, one of the biggest design details of the Ioniq 7 concept was that light bar that went across the entire front end of the car, kind of what we're seeing with the new Kona Electric as well as the upcoming Hyundai Sonata. Here it's not fully illuminated, so I don't know what's up with that. It does appear that maybe that camouflage goes over it, but you can't really tell. This photo is pretty low resolution. But I would expect it to have that full LED light accent across the front end of the car because it was such a distinctive look of the concept vehicle. Other than that, you can really tell just how squared off this front end is. Kind of similar to the EV9 in that vein. They're not going for the real kind of swoopy look of the Ioniq 6 here. This is a slab-sided front end, so who knows what efficiency is going to be like with this car. It'll likely come with the same 76 or 100 kilowatt hour battery packs as seen in the Kia EV9. So some new information from the Korean car blog that I have yet to hear is that the Ioniq 7 is due to go into production in Korea July of 2024. That's only 6 months away, so that's pretty exciting, and I would expect them to finally reveal the car in full within the next 2 or 3 months, because usually they do that a few months before production starts and cars go on sale. And they also say that they do plan on manufacturing this vehicle in Bryan County in Georgia here in the United States starting in 2025, so that's a good sign as well. And up until now, we've really had no information about how big this is going to be, but Korean car blog says it's going to be bigger than the EV9. So if it's bigger than the EV9, which is already a pretty large vehicle, similar to the Kia Telluride, this is gonna be a big boy. For me personally, the Kia EV9 is already a little too big, and I guess the Ioniq 7 might just be even more out of what I want to drive on a daily basis, which kind of stinks because I'm really excited about this car. But we should be seeing more smaller options from both automakers in the near future. Kia with the EV3 and the EV5, if the EV5 does ever come to the United States. Right now, I think it's only a China vehicle. Hyundai's got their Kona electric, but they do need something a little bit bigger than the Ioniq 5 to sit between it and the Ioniq 7. Unfortunately, they can't call it the Ioniq 6 because that name is already taken. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you like the design of the Ioniq 7? Are you excited about it? Do you like the look of this more than the EV9 from what you can see? I like both cars a lot. The EV9 is definitely going for that more kind of futuristic, techie look, where to me the Ioniq 7 is starting to look a little more tamed down compared to the EV9, just a little bit more subdued in its styling. But anyway, guys, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out my store at ioniqguy.com if you need some accessories for your Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, or Genesis GV60. I also have that cool new automatic locking module so that you can not have to worry about locking your doors automatically after leaving these cars. After the last door of the car is shut, all 4 doors will automatically lock after 10 seconds. It's been a very popular product. Consider becoming a channel member if you want early access to all of my videos. I typically upload them several days in advance and release them over time, so you can be the first to check out new videos by the Ioniq Guy. And you'll get that access for as little as $3 per month, so check out that button for joining down below. But anyway, guys, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.